on YouTube, ShadowFox4562 here, coming at you with a deck profile from ARG Atlanta. Your name is, sir?
Zach Sherman.
And what are we playing today?
We're playing Zing today.
Okay, so just start when you're ready.
Alright, so very standard monster lineup. 3 Swanee, 3 Bien, 3 Earth. I actually do only run 2 of these. I found, just after play testing, that I would very often just feel like that it is kind of a dead card sometimes, even just by itself. I don't know. And then obviously, I'm not going to run 3 of these. This can be a very, very, very dead card in hand. It doesn't have any qualities of its own if it's not engraved. And then one of the winds, pretty standard as well. I do actually play 1 Tauti.
Okay, now why do you play that?
This, other than the other card I'm going to get to in this deck, is the underdog hero of the deck. This card helped me win so many games just because of the fact that I can get either Chiwen or Chiwen and Pulau, or just another tuner, Xiaoti and Tauti, to make Yazi. This card makes Yazi so easily, and then he can also get to the bigger guys. I run some bigger synchros with some of the other guys along with the tuner.
Okay.
He's too good not to play. And then I do play 1 Mass Chameleon.
Okay.
It's just the I'm losing help card.
Yep.
It works well.
Okay.
What it does. Cool. All right, so that's it for the monster lineup. Now onto the spells. I feel like I had to run 3 MST in this format especially. I only run 2 Path. I don't run enough monsters to justify 3. 2 Duality, just to help me. It's one of the best turn 1 cards you can have.
Right.
Because I'm not going to be special summoning turn 1 almost anyway. And then 1 Soul Charge. Yang Zing is too good not to use.
So only 8 spells?
Only 8 spells.
Wow.
You don't need to run a lot of spells in Yang Zing really at all. Do run a lot of traps though. A lot of traps. First of all, the best card of the deck.
Obviously, yeah.
Creation. This is pluses for days. You know, your opponent's going to want to negate it. You know, if it eats an MST for you, so you can set up a skill drain, it's worth it. Right, yeah, I'll just keep it here. And then double breakthrough and double skill drain.
Okay.
Now this is interesting because I found that if I wanted to run, I feel like if I ran 3 skill drains, I would find myself too often in a situation where skill drain would actually screw up my chance to activate discard's effect.
Okay.
This is the only thing in the deck that has an activation on the field that can't get negated itself by trap if you had already summoned it with Bixie, for instance. So skill drain sometimes hurts, so that's why I only run 2.
Okay, so why do you play Breakthrough Skill even though there are Quell Forts in the meta?
I main Breakthrough Skill just because that the biggest power play a Clifford player can do other than Pendulum Summoning is Disc, and I found that Breakthrough Skilling a Disc actually helped me out a lot. Like, in a few of my Clifford games, I did win a Clifford match just because I break through one of their discs.
Okay. Alright, continue.
Yeah. Double Vanity's pretty standard in this format. And double Brutality. This is the second underdog hero of the deck. This is essentially the deck's own Little Honest. It doubles the attack, and it's destroyed during the end phase, or doubles attack or defense depending on which one it is, but you almost always want to do it with the attack position one. So they think they're set up for an OTK, but then you go Brutality, and then their monster gets destroyed, and then they have to deal with the monster you send out next.
Right.
That has pretty tanky defense. So this saved me quite a few times. I would not take this out. I would not play 1, but 3 would be way too clogged.
Okay.
And then I play 2 Trap Stones. Kind of necessary.
Yeah.
I'd say more than necessary in this format. There are too many traps not to play Trap Stones. I like a bit of a wiretap. And then the one-offs, bottomless torrential compulse.
Alright, what about the extra deck?
Extra deck. Alright. So, I run quite a lot of interesting things in the extra deck, just personal tech choices. Samsara, Dragon of Rebirth. I only really went into this once, but it helped me out. It did win me a game, I will say. Hyper Librarian, never went into it. Armades went into it almost every single game. Helped me stabilize in the mid game if I was behind, usually by boosting its attack. Goyo actually never went into it.
Wow.
I
Okay.
actually never found the situation where I needed to summon a 6. But this card I probably went into the most out of anything. This is Anti-Burning Abyss at its finest. This card helps you out against basically what would otherwise be bad matchups. Without this card, Burning Abyss would be a terrible matchup. And if you can get this card out turn 1 against any other deck, you're in a good position. You're
Okay.
automatically in a winning position. Then one Black Rose, actually never went into it either. I found like I would always almost
Go into
almost
Yazi
always
instead.
rather go into Yazi.
I got you.
Then double Baxia. I didn't go into this as much as I thought I would. I went into another level 8 more actually, but I found too often that I had to not use Pixie to go into it, just because of deck thing reasons. Like I would run out of them. It's not the first thing you summon by far,
Right.
and so he would either get Breakthrough or he would get Solemn, stuff like that. One Beals, it was okay. This is the 8 I went to the most actually.
Oh, man.
This is
Yeah.
this is what helped me out against Cliffforts. This is what won me a Cliffort game actually, just because of a lot of people aren't smart enough to keep summoning monsters to have you destroyed by battle when the thing's on the field, just to prevent them from losing life points. But
Right.
it shuts them down if you can get them in a lock with that.
All right. What else you got?
All right, other level 8s, Stardust Spark. Thought I would go into it, never did. Honestly, not that surprising. I have two other really good level 8s. Mistworm, never went into it. I thought I would, just because of there's quite a few extra deck monsters. I didn't play that many Shadow players, so I mean, I guess it just didn't really do that much. Leo, I did go into this quite a few times. It also helped if I wasn't able to summon Yazi with the monsters I had in position, then if I could just get a level 10 out. This is option number 2 to Yazi.
Right.
And then Star Eater. I
Yeah.
never went into it.
All right.
I thought it
So
would.
what about your side deck, sir?
All right, side deck. All right, side deck is pretty standard, just countering deck in the format. I side my 3rd trap stun. Oh wait, these are still my traps. All right. Yeah, but I do side a 3rd trap stun, and 3 fairy winds. Kind of necessary to
Yeah, obviously.
against the forts. And then I actually had an interesting testing series. I found I was struggling against Satellanite, so I wound up bringing 2 light imprisoning mirrors.
Okay.
The downside of negating your Shiwan isn't that bad because you rarely ever want to use this after Shiwan's gone off. Stygian, more
Burning
more
Abyss
hate,
hate, yep.
more Burning Abyss and Stellar hate. Mind Control. I wound up citing this in almost every game and almost always put in work.
Right.
I love this card in Zing. I wound up not maining the Dark Hole. I never really felt the need to have this card in the deck. I don't know why. I sided out and I never brought it back. I do have the 2 system down just for the Clifford hate, even more Clifford hate. And then 2 chalices just for more monster negation if I need it. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So if you could change anything about the deck, what would you change?
If I could change anything about how I played or how I built it today, I would probably have some Shadow Imprisoning mirrors as well. Even though the downside is you can't get Taltus effects, I figured I would be able to play around it. And I think I would also want Spell Shredder mirrors just for more Clifford hate. That was my worst matchup by far.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And this is ShadowFox 4562 signing out.